We did the first ever televised intervention live right here on this stage. We've conducted dozens of interventions since then. Today's show is unlike any we've ever done before.
Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Hi.
She's a college professor.
Wow. Woo.
Did you lose your shoes along the way?
With a serious problem.
Have you had much to drink today? 0.134.
I'm over the legal limit. I'm never going to stop drinking, so that's what next subject.
This is the guest
Robin! I like Robin more than you.
you don't want to miss.
My drinking is 10% me, 95% others.
When my mom's drinking, she's physically violent.
How would you do not hit him? How dare you?
After 170 days in jail,
Has she hit you in the face?
Don't even go there.
You're out of control.
57 911 calls.
Do you call 911 when you're lonesome?
Never one unless there's a fatality.
You're invited to my 50th birthday party.
Next subject.
And 8 rehabs.
I am not going to a dumb treatment center. Put this on the air. Hello?
Her daughters want to disown her.
I've cut off ties with her. I can't do this anymore.
I am done. Bye.
Now,
You are at the precipice. This is a threshold, and you need to say, I need to listen to this man and do what he is offering for myself and for my family, or you are going to die and maybe kill somebody else along the way.
will she accept the help?
That's awesome. Where's the next drinky?
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
I try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Well, I would like for you to meet Treva, a former United States Department of Defense employee. She's currently a university adjunct professor. She has a master's degree. She teaches graduate-level courses in the field of information security management and project management. In addition, Treva has been married to her husband, Vern, for 22 years. They have 2 beautiful daughters, Morgan and Ashley. But her daughters say their mother, who on paper has clearly an impressive resume and a cutting-edge skill set in her career field, has been verbally abusive and drunk for their entire lives. Take a look.
How dare you?
Got me intoxicated.
Do not hit him.
Prosecute me. I'm a United States citizen, and I can drink if I want.
Well, the family, and sometimes even Treva herself, have called 911 so often, a record total of 57 times, that the 911 operators and police know Treva on a first-name basis. Here are just a few of those calls.
Darby County 911, what's the address?
Yeah, can I get somebody to come out here? My wife is drinking.
She's hurting herself.
Yeah, knocked the phone out of her hand. She threw the TV down.
My mom is really drunk, and she just tried to hit me with a vacuum. Has she been drinking today? Yeah. She's talking about killing herself now. Does she have access to, like, any knives or guns? She's running for them now. What's going on? My mom just lit the trash bag on fire. She's drinking again. So she's drunk? Yeah. Oh, my God. Is the house on fire? Do you need the fire department? Yeah, we do. Okay, get out of the house.
Well, unbelievable. While Treva has told my producers that she's only 10% of the problem and her family hold 90% of the blame, her daughters say otherwise. Now, she has already spent 170 days in jail for various offenses and has been to 8 rehabs. In 1 year, her daughters estimate Treva drinks 600 liters of rum and vodka. That's enough to fill these 8 shopping carts. Morgan and Ashley say, enough is enough, and too much is too much. and they refuse to talk to their mom until she not only gets help, but also makes long-term permanent changes in her life. Take a look.
I would describe myself as huge alky.
I have a couple drinks a day.
When my mom drinks, she just doesn't stop.
I dare you. I dare you. She'll either drink rum or vodka. Huge bottle every day.
Really filming me?
She'll drink whatever she gets her hands on.
Pretty much feel like I'm out of control. My drinking is 10% me, 95% others. When I drink, the truth comes out.
When my mom's drinking, she's physically violent.
How would you?
She has slapped me in the face, broke my glasses. Just broke my glasses.
She'll break coffee table railings. One time, we're watching Netflix. She went to the TV and threw it down.
Once she took a vacuum cleaner and hit me over the head with it.
I dare you. She has taken a baseball bat and knocked a hole in the door.
One time we were watching American Idol, and I was making snacks. I was lighting the candle, and it caught the trash bag thing on fire.
She set fire to a trash bag and set the house on fire. She just had this really creepy look on her face.
They called the po-po. I was in jail for 164 days last year. Guess what I got charged with? Dr. Phil? Arson!
My mom's very smart. She has a master's degree with honors.
Her drinking has progressed where she can't even hold a job. She hasn't worked in over 2 years.
I'm a motivational speaker. I'm a novelist. I have several books.
Sadly, my mom is an alcoholic, and the alcohol just makes her very delusional.
I spoke to Hillary Clinton the other day. I'm very busy with her campaign. She called me herself to thank me for winning Iowa for her.
She does not know Hillary Clinton. For years, my mom has tried to get help.
I've been to treatment centers, mental hospitals, and I've even been to jail. Treatment centers are dumb. It's a circus.
I feel like Dr. Phil is my mom's last option.
I mean, I'm not in denial on drinking. I raised my hand. I've drank many a time in my life. I don't think drinking is the issue here.
Well, Treva is here, and she's going to join us now. So, Treva, if you will, come on out.
Well, have we seen the doctor? Hi. Wow. Woo.
How are you, Dr. Phil? Yeah? Have a seat. I got a step for you here, so watch your step. It kind of blends into the floor. Did you lose your shoes along the way?
No, I didn't.
You just took them off?
Yeah.
Yeah? So how do you feel about being here?
You're a very nice person, by the way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I've heard people say very nice things about you as well.
Who would that be?
Well,
I mean, who would that be?
Your husband and your daughters find you, when you're not drinking or upset, to be an amazingly inspiring person.
Drinking. Yeah, and
your daughters
that's the
in
irony in this whole thing.
Your daughters in particular find you to be very inspiring.
You're very inspiring. Where's Robin? We know?
Robin, she's right out here. Say hi, Robin. Can you move the boom?
Come here.
Can you move the boom?
Hi. Robin! How are you? Who loves you more than me? I love you.
That's Robin. And
Thank you. All right. What next subject? I don't know what the subject is. Do we know? Seriously, do we know what the subject is?
well, the subject, according to you, is a family intervention, and that's what I'm really focused on.
I know. What is that? Duh.
Well,
Do we know?
you said that you felt like 90% of this issue was your family, and
Okay.
10% of it was you.
All right, let's go back to inception.
All right?
I was abused by my family.
I'm very sorry to hear that, by the way.
Thank you.
I really am. I'm very sorry to hear
That's
that.
what happened. You know, I think that's what started the whole thing.
We actually made a list for you of some of the things that you had mentioned. You said you've been punched in the face by your husband, Vern, that you've been strangled by
I've been
him.
almost killed by my husband. Do you not know that?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
He pushed you out of a moving car.
Done.
That he pushed you down a flight of stairs.
Yeah.
That you've been pinned down with force by your daughters. And that you've been pushed and shoved by your daughters.
I mean, seriously, that is dumb. You know, it's almost like, why and how would somebody do that to me? You're very intelligent. I know you are.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure that, you know, I don't know if you even have an ability to help me, because I don't think there's any doctor in the world that can help me. Maybe not even on this planet, maybe not even on the moon. We don't know. Seriously.
I'm pretty good.
Really?
Yeah. Have you had much to drink today?
No.
I do like to know who I'm talking to, so I've got a blood alcohol measure here.
Woo, woo.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay.
Oh my, well, it's probably not accurate.
And later,
I can't do this anymore. I physically can't. This is our last resort.
I'm never going to stop drinking, so that's what next subject.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil. Their son is 32.
You got in my face screaming and yelling. You were really raging.
Violent.
We walk on eggshells around you because you'll blow up.
And still lives at home.
they think you're a moocher.
I'm not a moocher. If you guys want me out, say so and I'll be out.
You say you're bipolar. Is it so debilitating that you can't clean your room?
I told them I didn't want any of that taken. I didn't want any film of it.
Listen, if you don't want to deal with the truth, then don't be here.
That's tomorrow.
Have you had much to drink today?
No.
No? Not much?
Well, we don't know. But, you know, give me a BIC. We'll do a...
Well, okay. I do like to know who I'm talking to, so I've got a blood alcohol measure here. Hang on. It's got to beep.
Let's
and then
go ahead.
when it beeps, you got to blow until it beeps. And when it beeps, you got to blow until it beeps twice. Okay? All right. Okay, go. Blow real hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay.
Oh, my God. It's going to be like 15,000. I don't know.
Well, we don't know. We don't know. I hope you started in time. Let's see.
It's calculated. Well, it's probably not accurate. How old is this thing? We don't know.
I don't know.
Seriously. It's dumb. Oh, my.
It says 0.134.
Well, I'm over the legal limit. Duh.
Yeah, that's almost double. I arranged for you to see Dr. Bradley Jabor before you ever came to the show here, who's, in my opinion, the top neurological radiologist in the world.
Yeah.
He said, is there anybody on the globe that can help you? Well, I think I'm pretty good at what I do, and I know he's damn good at what he does, so I ask you to see him. And as we move through the show, do we have permission to talk about the findings that he came up with to use you as a teaching tool for others?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's all right with you if Dr. Jabor shares with me and here on the show the things that he found out about you in hopes that it may help others.
I would like that for that to happen.
Okay? You comfortable with that, Dr. Jabor?
I am. Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure. Well, here's what we're going to do. Treva's daughters, Ashley and Morgan, are both here, and they say their mother is a violent, toxic alcoholic who will be dead this year if she doesn't stop drinking. They love her dearly. They are concerned about her greatly. She says that they're a big issue here, a big part of this problem. One of her daughters even thinks the only solution for her mother at this point might be jail, where she can't drink. Well, we'll find out which daughter said that when we come back and see what they have to say here. My goal is to get this woman some peace, get her safe, get her where she can be happy in her life. We'll be right back.
My mom would forget birthdays, really important events. We got to the point where my mom wasn't able to even cook meals for us.
Senior year, she told me to kill myself. Everything that my mom has put me through has left me with a lot of insecurities.
And later...
Well, I'm never going to drink again, I promise.
I think that would be wonderful, because I know that
Do you have a drink on you?
In 1 week,
Tell me what happened the night that Chrissy went into the coma.
the last time viewers saw Nick Gordon,
I miss Chrissy and Whitney so much.
Dr. Phil arranged for rehab.
Bobby Christina Brown, the daughter of the late music legend Whitney Houston, has died.
Now, the autopsy results are in, and Nick Gordon sits down to look Dr. Phil in the eye.
I want to give you a chance to set the record straight.
The exclusive interview.
That's the lowest point in my life right there.
Where you left money in the will by Whitney. Photos surfaced of Chrissy smoking out of a bong and snorting cocaine. Did she have a drug problem?
Yeah, it got really bad.
Were you a bad influence on her? They say you punched her in the face and kicked her to the point she was on the floor screaming, and you dragged her up the stairs by her head.
And the question everyone wants answered.
Did you murder Bobby Christina Brown?
Next Thursday on Dr. Phil.
My mom, not only does she drink and then go drive, but she drinks while she's driving. My mom's had one DUI, but that's certainly not stopped her.
I've never gotten behind the wheel under the influence.
And she's flat out lying. She's lying.
And I never drink and drive.
Well, Treva admits that she's an alcoholic who's been drinking heavily for over 35 years, but she claims her drinking is only 10% of the problem. She says the other 90% of the blame goes to her husband, who's right here, this is Vern, and her two daughters, Ashley and Morgan, who say their mother is a compulsive liar who not only physically attacks them, but also constantly tells them they're fat, worthless, and stupid.
Like, my mom's drinking has damaged me, and it's left scars.
I'm a good mom to my daughters.
Growing up, my mom was always drunk.
When I was 12, I can remember my mom just being completely passed out drunk.
We got to the point where my mom wasn't able to even cook meals for us. My sister and I would have to go down to the neighbors to eat dinner. She would forget birthdays and really important events.
My whole life, my mom has always told me that I'm overweight and worthless. My senior year, she told me to kill myself.
I do feel like I was a great influence on their life, Dr. Phil, because both of them are straight A students.
I was an honor student, straight A's, and yet my mom's favorite word for me was stupid.
Okay, how long's it been since y'all have seen your mother?
Easter.
Easter, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
So where's the breakdown here?
I don't know. What is the point? What is the subject? We don't know.
Well, I know.
What is it? We don't know.
The subject is that there's dysfunction in this family.
I'm not going to be going to another dumb treatment center. And that's another thing I'm going to tell you about. I am not going to a dumb treatment center. Put this on the air. Hello?
Well, I wouldn't ask you to go to a dumb treatment center.
Seriously. I am done. Woo-hoo. Bye.
I think that even though you're almost double the legal limit right now, I still think you have an amazing intellect about you. And I think when you say that through your life you've been abused, I think that leaves really deep and open wounds in a person. And if they're not healed, if somebody doesn't do something to heal that, then those wounds fester and they hurt and they get worse. And the person that's suffering does whatever they can to numb the pain. And they start to self-medicate. They do anything they can.
Exactly.
And I'm not going to ask you what you think you should do. I'm going to ask you to to do something with me hypothetically. What are you asking, Vern?
I'm talking to Robin.
Oh, Robin. Would you like Robin up here?
Yeah.
Robin, would you join us up here, please? Can you bring a stool out for Robin and let her join us up here? So why do you like Robin?
Why do I like Robin? What are you talking about? I like Robin more than you.
Does that help to have her up here? Because she supports you, I'll guarantee you. We talked about you last night. She's been very concerned about you.
Very concerned. Very happy you're here. I think you're in the right place.
So why do you like Robin?
Why do I like Robin? Yeah. What are you talking about? I like Robin more than you.
Most people do. I'm not surprised, what is it about her that you find comforting?
She aspires to help other people, and that's what I like doing myself. I can't even believe I'm talking to you, really, seriously.
You know, my hope that being here today will help solve a problem that you have with your daughters, because I know that they're happy to be here, and really in hopes that the relationship between you and them can be healed from the torment that happens between the three of you when you're drinking. I know that they...
Well, I'm never going to drink again, I promise.
That's wonderful. I think that would be wonderful, because I know that
Do you have a drink on you? Seriously.
No.
Joking.
No, I know you
I
are.
am,
I know
seriously.
you are. I know you are.
You know,
I know their
seriously,
hope is
guys,
that the suffering that they feel.
I don't even ever want to drink again in my life.
That would be
promise.
wonderful. I think that would be wonderful, of course. And I think this is the best place to be to get that started.
You know, people often start a behavior for one reason and continue it for another. You know, you might have started for one reason, and then as you got into it, it kind of took over, and now it's out of control. And these beautiful daughters that love you very much and that admire you so much are concerned that you're actually going to wind up dead. And let me ask you this.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Sometimes it's hard to look at yourself. But if one of your girls was doing something that was so toxic it was going to kill them, what would you want them to do? As their mother, what would you want them to do?
Thank you for asking me that question, because pretty much I would do some kind of intervention myself.
What would you want them to do? Would you want them to change that?
Absolutely.
Would you stand in the door until they did?
Yes.
Or would you let them self-destruct?
No,
would you let Morgan self-destruct?
No.
Would you let Ashley self-destruct?
And I know they're susceptible because it's in my bloodline. Duh. They drink more than I do. Hello. We all know this. Well, go ahead and, we did a BAC. Why don't you do one on them?
I can.
Okay, thank you. There you go.
Let's do it. Go ahead.
You know, I can.
Seriously? Where is it I drink? No. Oh, God. Where's my drink? We need to have a drink.
Which one of you would like to go first?
Yeah, I'm okay.
God.
Okay, thank you.
How close I hear you.
0, 0, 0, 0.
Let's do this one.
Wait till it beeps. Go.
Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it, Dr. Phil?
0, 0, 0, 0. last drink I took was 45 years ago, so I guarantee you it'll be 0, 0, 0.
45 years ago? I thought you were only 42.
We're going to take a break. Ashley says her mom, Treva, calls 911 so often the dispatchers know her by name. So if Treva always calls as an emergency victim,
golly. Let's go with that.
why is she the only one who ends up in jail? We'll talk about that next.
I call 911 when there's a serious problem.
I was on stage with Barry Manilow last week.
You were on stage with Barry Manilow?
She loves to call 911 for a variety of reasons.
Is it advisable to have the heat on when you have a fever?
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, their son is violent
You were really raging.
and still lives at home.
You can't clean your room?
I told them I didn't want any film of it.
If you don't want to deal with the truth, then don't be here.
That's tomorrow.
I've called 911 several times. A couple times I thought I was dying.
What's the address of the emergency?
I don't know. I might be dying.
When I call 911, I have a legitimate thing to talk to them about. Not just random, hi, I'm calling 911 because I think it's funny. No, I call 911 when there's a serious problem.
I don't know if I have Ebola or what. I don't know. I have a virus that's going around.
Okay, are you suffering from any of the following? Any body aches, recent onset of diarrhea, vomiting, or bloody discharge from your mouth or nose?
Not that I'm aware of.
She loves to call 911 for a variety of reasons.
Is it advisable to have the heat on when you have a fever?
I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't give you medical advice over the phone. Did you want a rescue squad?
I'm not feeling well. I think it's menopause.
Have you been through menopause yet?
No.
No.
I think it's menopause because I'm sweating like bullets. 29, pushing 50. And you're invited to my 50th birthday party, by the way.
Great.
She comes up with crazy things.
I was on stage with Barry Manilow last week.
You were on stage with Barry Manilow?
I was.
Well, that sounds fun.
I feel like a lot of times my mom calls 911 because she's lonely and she just wants someone to talk to.
That's crazy.
Do you call 911 when you're lonesome?
I've never called 911 unless there's a fatality. Seriously, Dr. Phil.
Fatality?
Yeah. So
You
when it
just
was-
called them and invited them to your birthday party. You called them and said you had the heater on. That might not be the best use of.
calling to tell them I'm in menopause.
Well, I
for
just
God's sake.
heard you say that. Yes.
That's dumb.
I just-
Anyway,
I just heard you say that.
next subject.
Okay, next subject. According to your daughters,
That's
they say
so
whenever
dumb.
you get drunk, you have hit Vern in the face and smashed his glasses.
What are you talking about?
That you
Seriously.
threatened to kill Vern in his sleep. That you threw Morgan down the stairs. That you threw a beer can at Morgan's head.
Oh,
That you
golly.
attempted to break Morgan's arm.
Do you want to pull this back a little
That you
bit?
smashed the bedroom door with a baseball bat, that you set the kitchen on fire, that you were joyriding in 2 stolen cars, that you drank while driving, that you've stolen money, spit at family members, that you make fake 911 calls, that you use the racial slurs and the N-word, baboons and monkeys. And those things are upsetting
where
to
are we
you
going
guys,
with
right?
this? The first.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, we're going to talk about. Where are we going first?
I think what hurts me the most is I've cut off ties with her. I can't do this anymore. I physically can't. This is our last resort. I just can't watch my dad take this anymore. He's suffered the most out of all of us. He's been the most loyal person to her. And I think that's commendable for a husband, but sad for a dad.
You know, I was raised by and lived in a home with an alcoholic father. Robin was raised in and lived in a home with an alcoholic father. And I know that it changes who you are. It impacts your personal truth. It impacts your sense of self-worth. It affects your self-esteem. How has this affected your self-esteem?
I have Very, very low self-esteem. Especially, she has called me those bad names, like the worthless and the fat ass, and I've heard that throughout my whole life. It's never stopped. So even now, it affects my dating life. It affects my friends. I don't go out. I'm afraid of what people think of me.
You fear being judged.
Yeah.
And that you can't stand up to the evaluation,
Right,
the assessment
absolutely.
of others.
Yeah.
Because of the things she's put in your head.
Right.
How has this affected you, Morgan?
She said the same things that she's told Ashley to me. But I grew up where they were really close. It kind of made me more dependent on other people for happiness. Like, I kind of like look for other people to make me feel okay.
This is your husband here who's very concerned about you as well. She has hit you a number of times, correct? She has hit you in the face. She has broken your glasses, correct?
Yes.
Has she hit you in the face?
Yes. She spit in the face.
And has she broken your glasses?
Yes.
And she's saying that's not true.
Dr.
Yeah,
Phil.
it's on the defense, by the way. Duh.
I don't think she knows right and wrong anymore.
Don't even go there. Come on.
Well, a few weeks ago, Treva sadly lost her mom. 2 days before she died, her mother recorded a deathbed wish for Treva. We'll find out about that after the break.
My grandmother passed away a few weeks ago. My mom's own mother died telling my mom that she needs to get help.
When I think about what my mom had told me, I feel like I betrayed her.
I can't trust anything that my mom says.
I know I can be trusted. I've flown on Air Force One. I've escorted HC, Hillary Clinton, myself. I am like the most trustworthy person in the world, maybe even the moon.
Air Force One? That's a new one. I didn't know she rode on Air Force One.
Treva is here with her daughters, Ashley and Morgan, who say they've disowned their alcoholic mom because her drinking, abuse, and violence has destroyed their family. A few weeks ago, Treva sadly lost her mom. I'm very sorry for your loss. And claims that she nearly drank herself to death. Now, in an emotional video, see her mom's dying wishes.
My grandmother passed away a few weeks ago.
2 days before my mom passed away, she recorded a message for me.
My mom's own mother died telling my mom that she needs to get help.
I told her many years ago that if she continued to be like this, then I wouldn't leave her a dime. Tell Treva, if she keeps going ahead 1 foot at a time, she'll get there.
When I think about what my mom had told me, I feel like I betrayed her. And I wanted so badly to prove to her that I could do something with myself.
As I said earlier, before the show, in order to know what I was dealing with, I asked that you see Dr. Bradley Jabbour, the world's leading neuroradiologist with more than 20 years in practice. He's an expert on the impact of alcohol and other intoxicants as well, and trauma on the brain. He met with Treva a few days ago before the show and performed a very sophisticated evaluation on her, including an MRI on Treva's brain at his medical imaging facility. Dr. Jabbour, could you join us up here, and let's just go to the screen, and I would like to explain to Treva and her family. And before we...
How are you?
Good, and you? Thank you.
I'm good.
Before we trigger this, you had a difficult time performing this because she had a difficult time staying still, right?
Treva was a little disoriented and
No.
a little bit drunk when she came, just a little.
What? No.
But we did get a good scan. So now we can look into the brain and we can see the brain coming through, and we move half the head out and we can look at the wires in the brain. And the wires, like a computer, can be damaged by alcohol. So We were able to analyze that.
This is Treva's brain on this side, and you've compared it to a normal brain with no damage or impact on the other side. Tell us what we see here.
So the red represents good, healthy brain tissue working energetically in this side. On this side, in Treva, unfortunately, your brain's a bit asleep, a little bit lazy with spaces, at least 30 to 40% less activity than in the normal brain.
Okay,
yes.
All right. And here, tell us what we're looking at.
We can see that her brain has shrunk down. It's been marinating in all that alcohol, and it's become pickled. And you have too much space around the brain. The white represents fluid around the brain that is shrunk. And now we see that Treva probably has other medical conditions that, with the alcoholism, she's not taking care of herself because she's developing little strokes, little holes in the brain from what I believe is uncontrolled high blood pressure.
Okay, so what he's telling you here is that there's uncontrolled hypertension.
I'm never going to stop drinking, so that's what next subject.
Let's have a seat. Just take my chair here, if you will, for a second. What I want you to hear here very clearly, and what I want you guys to know, what I want you to understand here, is that what we're talking about here is there are some life-threatening conditions here, and it can't be reversed if you continue to put this toxic poison in the brain. We can't do this show without you, our studio audience.
If you are going to be in the Los Angeles area and you would like free tickets, go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience.
Because we have a lot of fun here, don't we?
Or you can call 323-461-PHIL. That's 323-461-7445.
What are the biggest dangers to her life at this point? There are basically two.
So what's happening?
Listen to what he says.
You got a race between the alcohol killing you either by continuing to destroy and disorganize your brain such that you don't even realize that the alcohol is your enemy, and you're scarring up your liver, and the veins from your liver ultimately are going to get bigger, and your liver cannot stop a blood hemorrhage, and you're going to vomit up blood, and you're going to die from hemoptysis.
That'd be awesome. Let's go with that. Can we do that?
That is what will happen ultimately.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. Woo-hoo. Let me do that. Let me get that.
But
where's the next drinky?
Well,
look at me.
But you have.
I don't really care.
You have daughters that do care, and you don't have. You have
about me.
Does
that make sense?
No, it doesn't
I've
make
never
sense.
Had anybody that
you don't have the right to burden them with you destroying your own life.
I'm not going to burden them again.
If I
never talk to these
being self-destructive.
Three musketeers again in my life.
You don't have the right. You don't have the right to burden them with self-destruction. You need to hear what I'm saying. You need help emotionally.
Please don't send me off to some weird
I'm not going to send you off anywhere.
Seriously.
What I'm telling you is you need help with what's going on inside. And these girls are entitled to having the peace of mind of knowing that once in their life, their mother decided that she was going to stop doing what she was doing and give it a shot to try and give herself a chance to be healthy one time. That they deserve that. They deserve that, and frankly, you owe that to them. And you need to go to a gender-specific dual diagnosis treatment program to deal with your.
I told you this.
I know you don't want to, but I'm telling you, you need to. You're out of control.
I've had from this person.
Well, this is T.J. Howard right here. He's the corporate director of operations at Origins Behavioral Healthcare. And the Origins Recovery Center.
Seriously, he knows any place.
Well, listen, here's where I would like to send you. I would like to send you to South Padre Island. It offers a sophisticated, gender-separate, age-specific treatment program for men and women separate, specializing in the treatment not only of addiction and alcoholism, but the psychological issues that you have been carrying in your life. Right. You will never have a better offer than what you've got right now, because I am stepping up as a gift to you and your family and agreeing to send you to what I believe to be the absolute best dual diagnosis treatment program in the entire country. And that needs to happen, or you are going to die and maybe kill somebody else along the way. You are at the precipice. This is a threshold, and you need to grab hold and say, you know what? I need to get out of my own way, and I need to listen to this man and do what he is offering for me to do for myself and for my family. And you have never had a better offer than you're getting right now. Look me in the eye. Tell me you will do this.
I want to do it.
All right. Okay. All right. A special thanks to all of my guests today, and a special thanks to Dr. Bradley Jabbour, as well as T.J. Howard from Origins. If you or someone else you know is dealing with alcohol or drug addiction, you need to log on to drphil.com. You tell me about it. You never surrender to the disease. You never surrender to the disease. We'll see you next time.
I'm Anthony Haskins. I'm the resource director here at the show. Either she's going to treatment or she's going to die. Let's go have this meeting. Okay. We have it set up for you to go directly from here to treatment. We have...
I'm not going to treatment. I don't have to accept this. Get the out of my life.
If you really love these two girls, you're leaving and getting on an airplane right now.
Please.
Come on.
Okay, come on, Mom.
It took a lot of convincing, but she finally decided to do it.
My hopes are that she does recover from this and we can rebuild what we've had.
Bounce, bounce, all the girlies bounce. Take 'em to my house, turn the party out. Bounce, 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 all the girlies bounce. Take 'em to my house, turn the party out.
You warned me 1,000 times, memories can kill ya, but I didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was the last time. I've always been naive, call it.
Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Every day and night, that's right. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know